10 episodes. I just never thought the day would come, to be honest with you guys. 10th anniversary edition.
Anniversary?
It's the anniversary of us starting the City Pigeons podcast. Are you guys as excited as I am about this milestone moment?
I honestly didn't know we had 10 episodes, and I don't think it's an anniversary. Isn't an anniversary a yearly thing?
Yeah, maybe it is. Yeah. I don't know, but, you know.
It's the 10th episode.
It's the 10th episode.
episode celebration.
Yeah, we're celebrating.
Extravaganza.
And we got Fink back.
Hello, I'm here.
Fink,
Thank you.
Happy to have you back, man.
I'm excited
Fink,
to be here.
You know, when you set out to do something like this and you put something out into the air, it's a daunting thing. And when somebody backs you from the start, the way that Fink has with this, and really, you know, has really supported what we're doing, we appreciate that. And we had such a good time with you on before. We figured we'd bring you in, we'd jump you into the crew.
It's the nicest thing anyone ever said to me.
I'm glad I could be that guy. But yeah, we got Fink in here for the 10th episode, and we're going to be mixing them in moving forward. If anyone has any ideas, by the way, creative ideas about how we can get Fink involved, make him do weird stuff, I think they should absolutely start putting that out there.
Why you got to make him do weird stuff?
I just figured he would do weird stuff.
Hey,
is that not...
what kind of weird stuff are you thinking, anyway?
I don't know.
Enough beers. I mean, I'll do almost anything.
Right.
If you pay attention to Fink online, you know, I think he's prone to do some wild shit, right?
Getting arrested by the CIA and
I think
questioned by the CIA.
I think that's safe. But yeah, you know what? It's actually great to be back here in Manayunk. This is kind of the home base. When we started doing this thing, we were in Spring Garden. Now we're in Manayunk. And we had a couple road trips the last couple weeks. Did you guys enjoy the road trips?
Very exciting.
Yeah, that was good.
Very exciting.
That was fun, man.
Very exciting. I can't even remember. Okay, so last week we were down the shore. Week before that at Citizens Bank Park.
Correct.
I love a good road trip. I will say.
It does feel good to be back home.
It does feel good. This feels easy by comparison. Like, you know, there's a lot that goes into those road trips. I wasn't even sure if they were going to go down until we actually did them. But you guys were awesome for doing that and had some great guests. By the way, if you're just checking out City Pigeons Podcast for the first time, make sure you go back. You know, we got 10 episodes now, so you can check out all those episodes, get caught up. Lots of good stuff for you to check out. And definitely get involved. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is. We're definitely looking to hear from you guys and incorporate some of the stuff we see out in the air there onto the podcast. So I think we're kind of at like this weird moment in summer. I won't call it weird, but, you know, from a sports sense, it's kind of weird, right? That's like that dead time every year where nothing's really happening. Obviously,
it's like if the Phillies aren't doing good, you're pretty much just waiting for training camp to
right, right. And luckily, like you said to hang in there earlier this. I will give him credit because I was like, this summer's gonna suck. This is gonna be the worst thing ever. And he was like, it's a long season, dude.
They just have too much money invested in this team to just give up after 2 months.
Yeah.
Best thing they did was fire that Girardi.
Yeah, that seems to have worked out.
That sparked them
quite well. So we'll get into a little bit more about the Phils. But I think in today's world, mental health is an important thing, right? Everybody's busy doing all this stuff. I just wanted to check in with everybody, see how everybody's doing. What have we been up to this summer? How's the mental health? You know, for me, summer means trips back and forth to the shore, travel baseball in, like, you know, Quakertown and Jersey, and just like wildness, like moving around like crazy. Fun, I love it. Spending a lot of good time with the kids and the family, but it's pretty hectic. I just was wondering, like, what's your shore program or your summer program? I should say.
I have no shore.
You have no. We learned that last week.
Yeah.
You know.
My summer program's pretty much nothing right now.
Nothing.
I just been going to work and getting my ass kicked at work for the past, I don't know, month. Feels like, yeah, it's bad.
That hurts, man, because like in the summer it's extra hard.
You want a little relief from work.
Yeah, you want that, but unfortunately my job, we lost 2 people in my group, and a lot of that work has come back on me. So it's just like me, who's been at the company for 17 years, and 3 kids who've been there for a total of like 7 months.
Right, and just in case anybody who knows you are happy to do that work, lean in, you know, get the job done, you know, push it across.
Whatever.
But I gotta say, that's hard because the natural rhythm of the summer definitely does not make you want to buckle down.
No, not at all, because it's like, it's nice out every Friday, like the office is empty, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing here? I should be out playing golf. So like, I haven't really been doing much other than working and
been
playing
mixing
some shitty golf.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. If you're working really hard, odds are your golf game's not doing.
I haven't been to the range one time this year. I've just been playing shitty rounds.
And on that note, I know, Meech, you were teeing it up last week, and I had a question for you because I know you go out and play in a foursome with your kids, right? Do you mix?
I did that once.
Oh, that was just once.
Yeah, that was like a
That was
trial.
Yeah, it's probably annoying.
No, it was a lot of fun. My one son, my 13-year-old, crashed
The cart?
Pretty much immediately. The very first hole, he swung the driver and missed the ball, and the driver went flying about 15 feet. And then by the fourth hole, my oldest son was letting him drive the cart, and there's a bridge you have to go over, and he rammed into the bridge, which if you go a little too fast, you go over that and into the water. So
Did this cause any damage to the cart?
No.
Okay.
The cart was fine.
Didn't
were
go in
fine.
the water either. All right, good.
My son ended up birdieing a hole incredibly.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Did you
first
take it
time
easy
out.
on them, or did you go out
You
there to
flex
whoop
on
Well, we played in like a shotgun where we just played best ball because
Right.
they're
That
not
makes
the
sense.
greatest. But I had a great time with them.
So I took my 10-year-old out golfing a couple weeks ago, and we had a cart. And you know how like you're playing in golf and like you go hit your shot, the cart's over there. I let him drive like a little bit. At one point, I was down by like a little creek or something, and he's like, "Should I pull it up?" I'm like, "Yeah, you can pull it up." I look up,
Can
and
you
he's
even reach the pedal?
barely, but he's going towards the bridge, and same thing. Like each side of the bridge has like a little rail, and I'm like, you know how kids do, and it's funny. I had this with my daughter recently. She was trying to ride this mini Vespa. You know when they get to the point where they're like they've bailed on trying to control it, and it's just like you can see it.
Yeah.
I can see it. He's like he doesn't know how to slow it down. He's just going, and it's going downhill, and it wedges like on the side of the bridge. But we were this close to like the full on in the water, and I was like,
That would have been fun.
we shouldn't do that anymore. And he goes, yeah, let's not do that
It's
anymore.
like that. Remember that Instagram thing? Was it last year? It was at like a major where that kid hopped in the cart and like rammed through the,
Did you
the
see
fence.
this?
Like, onto the tee box,
this
wherever
kid
that was.
somehow got a cart and like mowed people down at like a pro golf
Yeah.
event. Good times. You never know what you're going to see on social media. Now, Fink, I don't know. Do you are you a linksman? Do you hit the links at all, or what's your
I
plan?
went out with Fink once
yeah?
this summer.
How'd it go?
Not well for me.
No?
I shot like what 130.
Whoa.
Maybe. No,
130.
I am not good at golf.
That's all
but,
right. You're on the liquid diet out there.
Yeah,
anyway,
I
right?
go out there and have a good time.
Yeah.
I think his biggest
what matters.
accomplishment
That's what matters
was
most.
he ate an entire bag of Old Bay goldfish crackers. That was
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an item.
They were delicious. They are.
That sounds delicious. I never
he didn't like
had that.
they were. I couldn't stop snacking on them. They're so good.
I'm a
But
fan of the
I'll
Old
go
Bay
out there. I'll
chips.
hit the ball around, but something I'm getting into now. So
Hey,
I'm
I
just
got to tell you
starting.
this: it's dangerous. You get into it, you kind of can't turn back, and then you get better, then you get worse, you get happy, you get angry. It's a lifelong thing. So I hope you get into it because we got to force them right here.
Hey,
Got to
wherever
get
you
out
guys
there.
wanna go out,
I
I'm
think you
in.
should get out there. Now, Meech, with all the kids and like, does your summer routine change much as compared to the winter?
It's actually it's a little bit easier because the sports aren't as much and they're more relaxed. Like my 13-year-old, he's still playing basketball, but it's summer league, so it's like it's outdoors, it's at a
it's
playground.
okay if you miss a practice, so on
Yeah,
and so forth.
it's
It's
a
not
lot,
like that AAU
it's
ball
a lot
where
easier.
you're
So
traveling all over the place.
My 10-year-old, he's 11 now. He just turned 11. He had the beach blast in Wildwood, so we went down there.
Soccer
for one
thing,
weekend.
right?
Soccer,
Right.
Soccer tournament down there.
Yeah.
But besides, I've been golfing.
Yeah.
I've been a few places. I went to Jeffersonville a couple weeks ago. It was
We played there.
a nice little course.
Nice little track.
Went to Ben Salem last week.
Never. You ever,
Nice little.
you ever been to
public-
Makefield Highlands? before?
Yeah, I was at
That's a
Makefield
good spot.
Highlands.
That's a nice spot.
They keep that
I got
in
in
Yeah,
trouble.
yeah.
He had an eagle the other day.
Hey,
he was,
wait, hold
he
on.
was going nuts.
We got to talk about this. I
got
saw.
an eagle.
Wait, he posted. He got-
18th hole in Jeffersonville.
Oh yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right,
You told,
he
yeah, you told us about this. Yeah.
But what about you posted the other day that you drove it through the green on a 310 yard?
309-yard hole, par 4.
Bryson DeChambeau over here.
The
pretty big.
The foursome ahead of us were on the green putting, and they said the ball was just rolling up, and it just perfectly came. They said they were going to put it in the hole and start cheering and pretending, which would have been great, but then I would have killed them.
Did
when
you
I
drive up and be like, "Sorry guys, that's me there.
Well,
I
no,
didn't mean to."
they were gone by the time
Oh,
we
they
got
were
up there.
gone.
I was surprised myself. I didn't see the ball roll up on the green, so
That's impressive.
yeah, it was
Hey,
pretty nice.
that's an impressive poke, man. And
But while as I've been golfing and as I've been at 4th of July parties and coming here and
Right.
going out every friggin' night, I've been drinking entirely too much. So I'm currently on a little break from beer. So
Yep.
I'm on a water diet tonight,
it's a good move.
and I'm trying to just shave a little
Yeah.
bit off this stomach. It's getting pretty bad when I'm putting on shirts and they don't fit
So
well. So,
just no beer, or
no beer.
drinking the hard stuff?
Nobody likes
He's
to
not getting crazy,
Yeah.
right? Listen, but you're an inspiration. You got me thinking. I mean, I know I gotta get on that train too, but not tonight. Not tonight. Maybe we'll start that
Tomorrow.
We'll start that next week. But Fink, man, what is summer Fink all about, man? What do you get into? Because I see like you're kind of tan there, like
That's
you've been.
from working. It's one side.
From mowing lawns.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, that's just from driving around. I got the nice farmer stand going on.
Got
So
that.
you
Just work,
you deliver? Is that what we're talking about?
catering. I
Catering.
do most of our like catering deliveries.
So I
and
never
stuff,
talked
like,
to
our
you.
big ones.
Yeah, I never talked to you about what exactly you do. I just assume you were in the hoagie shop.
I do like
do it
anything
all.
that he
Does it all?
tells me to do. I have
It's
to
not
do.
surprising.
Running around and all that, but work 6 days a week. So
Damn.
Sundays I go a little wild. We go out, have a nice little Sunday fun day.
You ever go down to Wildwood?
I haven't been down to Wildwood in like 3 years.
No. Where do you, if you could go down the shore, like where would you go?
Usually Wildwood.
Wildwood. That's
Like, I don't think I've been down the shore in like 3 years.
You're not missing anything.
rock. Not a big proponent of the shore.
I hate the shore during holiday weekends too.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, it's
Two
rough.
guys on the outside are anti-shore.
Yeah, for real.
I'm not anti. I'm just not.
If it weren't for the
gung-ho
shore,
about
hey,
it.
if it weren't for the shore, this podcast probably wouldn't exist, man. All right, so
True,
back
true,
it up.
true.
Well, the most exciting thing that happened all week, I think, generally in Philadelphia, was there was a news story about the impending name change at Tony Luke's that was first reported by City Pigeons' own journalist, Mike Meech. Big moment. And it's funny, you've had a series of these moments. It's like I don't understand how
It's
you...
just right time, right
what
place.
do- no, you have vision.
I was down there. I was down in South Philly, and I noticed that Luke's was gone off of the thing. It's not like I'm a big intrepid reporter. I just happened to look up, and I was curious as to why. And everybody I asked down there had no idea.
So you looked at it, then you did some investigative investigative reporting. You went and started asking people, right? Gathered intel.
It's not reporting. I was just curious.
Well, you were gonna report. You were preparing to report.
So then I just took a picture and posted it on Twitter and.
That's journalism.
Asked where Luke was.
Brilliant.
Is this like the OG one, the one that's like down by the stadium?
Yeah.
Huh.
So he asked where Luke is, the name, and then next thing you know, people are...
Michael Klein, my buddy, who once reported.
Shout out Michael Klein.
He's the a writer for the Inquiry. Once
Familiar with
reported on when I got sued by Major League Baseball. And he threw me in a little column there. So I always liked Michael Klein.
Respect.
And he picked up my little tweet and he dug into it and found out they're changing their name to Tony and Nix instead of Tony Luke.
Not Tony Nix. Tony and Nix.
Who's Nick? And what the hell
his
happened
son.
to Luke? What happened to Luke?
Well-
Who the hell is Luke?
Well,
I don't know why I
Yeah.
know so much about this, but they got in a little tax case.
Oh.
and,
Yeah, they've been in court
And their
for a while,
son,
I think.
Tony Luke Jr., wasn't involved in it, and he owns the name Tony Luke. So between the
How did that happen?
IRS case and his son, he has to change the name of the place.
sounds like a...
Gotcha.
Hey, this
Sounds like
sounds
a
It's
like
like a
Family
Mac
Feud.
and
I was just
Manco.
going to say, it
Family
sounds like a
Feud
Mac
type
and
deal.
Manco thing.
Yeah.
But
I think Tony Luke Jr. and Mac should open Mac and Tony Luke's.
Mac and Luke.
no, Mac and Luke.
Mac and Luke's.
See, it's one thing to go from Mac and Manco to Manco and Manco, from Tony Luke's to Tony and Nix. Do you see what I mean? You're throwing
Said
in...
it's Tony
Yeah.
Nick.
I
know
assume
what
that's
you
going to be like the ampersand in there. That's what it's called,
Probably,
right?
yes.
Yeah, you're a journalist, you know.
I'm not a journalist.
What were
You
you
are a
doing down there in the
journalist.
I
first
just
place?
break stories.
You have...
What were you doing down there in the first place? I'm just curious.
What, in South Philly?
Yeah.
I worked down there.
Oh, all right.
Listen.
Didn't know if you were running some
I
shady
do a little
business.
work.
Yeah. He's in the Northeast. He's in South Philly. He's down the
Don't
shore.
worry where I am.
Forget about him.
I have business.
Nah, but it was
South
so
Philly.
funny. I was like, I saw that, and then like I think Crossing Broad had put it up. Like a bunch of people put it up, and then you rightfully got credit there. Was that on Philly.com? What's it now? Inquirer.com.
I got Philly Voice credited me.
Some guy on Twitter or something.
No, which I am. I'm some guy on Twitter. So they.
You're more than that to us.
Oh.
He's really good. He gets a lot of compliments tonight. I like this.
Well, and then you also brought up the fact that you had taken the picture of the fire on the highway, and then you also did like the Jimmy Rollins video in the shower. You did the the middle finger video. Who was it? Pat Burrell or somebody, right? Or something.
Yeah, I mean,
You've had your moments. You're a visionary. Come on.
thank you.
Let's just admit it. Let's just call it what it is.
And if you're running down a list of a person's accomplishments, the 4 you just listed aren't that good.
You know what though? They are authentic Philadelphia accomplishments.
Thanks a lot.
Right? And like
now I feel worse about myself.
no,
That's
you should
all
feel
I've done in
good.
my goddamn
I think
life.
most Philadelphians would be honored to have a list of credentials like you have.
Sure they would.
I do think so. So in the spirit though, we're going to transition a little here out of summer to general sports. Really to get more into who everybody is. We've obviously been doing this for 10 episodes, so maybe you kind of know who we are if you're watching this. But I always think it's interesting to dive into everybody's kind of like Philly sports DNA and what you like, what you don't like. And I thought it would be cool to have everybody bring in their most, their favorite piece of sports memorabilia.
Go say it. Your most prized possession.
Did you
wanna
notice?
say it.
Wait, I want you to notice how professional I am. I was about to say it, and then I remembered you told me I was going to say most prized possession, and you said no, favorite sports memorabilia. So anyway, I thought that would be cool because I think it's going to tell us a little bit about each other in terms of what we value as fans. And so, does anybody? This is great. This is like show and tell. You know what I mean? Like everybody's very excited.
Like nursery school.
There's a joke in there somewhere, but I
Completely forgot about show and
we don't
tell.
have to go there. All right, so this is City Pigeons Show and Tell. We're going to do that now.
All right.
Anybody have something they're really passionate about? They want to go first just to show what they got?
I feel like when you do this kind of thing, you should start low and then finish high.
Oh, so are you going to
So
start us
I'll
slow?
start us. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like I'm not a big memorabilia guy. You know
Well,
what
that
I mean,
me
it's
neither.
like I'm like when you
Yeah.
sent that out,
okay,
I was like,
okay.
all right,
So wait, let's talk
okay.
about that real quick. There's a spectrum of people in terms of people who
for sure.
collect stuff, and then I almost look at it like half the stuff you have, you almost probably got by chance or happenstance.
Yeah.
You didn't go online and bid on like a jersey, and that's what I think is cool because it says something. Usually, there's a story associated with what you got. I have a couple things that have a story. So, Rock, let's go. Let's rock and roll.
So, like I said, I'm not a big memorabilia guy. So when you told us about this, I just grabbed pretty much the only piece of memorabilia that I have.
So it's the only piece.
Pretty much the
by
only
default,
piece.
the
Yeah,
best
it's
piece.
like-
Okay, that makes sense.
And you can tell I take great care of it by the stains on it, and it's a little, it's an old one. It's I don't even know what year this is from, but it's an old.
Are these blood stains?
I don't know what kind of stains those
Is that
are.
game worn?
It might be.
Look
Might
at
be
this.
some
Michael,
coffee.
get this.
I don't know what the fuck
hell
that is.
on this thing? for your most again.
I mean, it's,
You
yeah,
take
it's like
great care
this
of
thing's
your
been.
most-
It's not. It hasn't been hanging up in my house anywhere. It's been sitting in
Did
a
he
bag since I
sign it
got
or
it.
anything?
So it's a Randall Cunningham.
there you
jersey.
go. Oh, to Roger.
Yeah, it's got my name on there. Look at that. Check
Yeah.
that
So now
out.
you can't watch it.
So
I was going to say, put some Woolite or OxyClean
Yeah,
on that thing.
like-
Meech, champion,
yeah,
a
this
fine
is-
maker of
this
jersey
is
items.
This is an old school, like original. I don't know what year this is, but this is an old piece right here. But
Like that?
I wish there was a
That's
cool
probably
story
like a
to go
90,
along.
91.
A cool story to go along with it, but it's pretty much my mom was working one day and Randall was at the mall and it was around Christmas time.
Were you there?
I was not there. No.
Wow,
So
okay, that
under the
changes the
Christmas
story a
tree
little bit.
one day there was a jersey.
That's dope, though. It
And
says
it
to
says
Roger.
to Roger,
Wait, how old
Randall
do you think you
Cunningham.
were when you got it?
I was a buck, dude. I was
That's
maybe
And you were like,
don't know,
you
10,
probably were like,
11.
he did this for me.
yeah. So it was, this is my pretty much only.
That's awesome. That means something.
So, but
Piece of
then you
memorabilia.
decided to wear it?
I never wore it. No.
Well, how did it get all the
I
stains on
don't.
it?
I have no fucking clue.
Where
Like,
you been keeping it?
I've been keeping it in like a bag somewhere, like in my house in the basement. That's why I was like,
So many
like, look at this
questions.
thing. It's like sunburned.
A
It's
bag
got
so you-
like, it's got random stains
Meech
on there.
asking the hard questions,
that might
just
possibly,
like the Tony Luke scenario.
That might possibly be a blood stain. Who knows? But there's like all sorts of stains. But
All right,
yeah,
well,
that's
that's
what I
pretty
got.
good.
That's my.
That's I got
I
a couple
brought to the
things in
table.
here that I brought in my backpack here. All right, this
And I'm Randall.
This
over
is the
Donovan
thing
all
that
day.
I've kept. I've tried to keep it in good shape. It does not have any stains on it, thankfully. This is the AI alternate official 100% blue with the signature there on
Oh
the
yeah,
back.
that's a nice piece right there.
You know,
That's real
Okay,
nice.
Meech, come on.
Yeah, that's got
That is nice.
that's got to be framed, man. Not shoved in a backpack.
Okay, so wait.
If you don't frame it,
hold
it's
up,
gonna
hold
end up
up.
with stains all over it.
No.
It looks like Roger's jersey.
I've kept this in great condition. This was a gift from my dad back in the day.
Did he sign it?
Yeah, right here. See that? Boom.
Oh
Not to Jesse though. So.
Yeah, it's not as personal.
Probably a promotional item the Sixers gave out to my dad or whatever. But
He
anyway,
signed 30 of those that day.
No, this is like I've tried to keep it in great shape. But you brought up the framing. I think like every other guy, I've dreamed of the man cave, and I have collected a bunch of really random shit throughout the days.
Yeah, you got a lot of random shit.
Yeah, because people have given my dad so much wild shit. Like here's an example: when the Eagles and the Steelers were close to playing. I don't even know if it was when they were maybe going to be in. They were close to playing the Super Bowl. I think it's when the Eagles lost to the Cardinals. Yeah. Mm-hmm. My dad was governor at the time, right? That would have been like the greatest thing that ever happened, but it didn't happen. Eagles let me down again. Anyway, we have a jersey at home that's like half Eagles, half Steelers, and it says like Rendell on the back. I have all sorts of weird shit like that. But
Steagles jersey, huh?
Yeah. Well, I have a Steagles shirt. Let's not even get into that.
All right.
But framing, right? So you envision like, what's my man cave gonna look like? Something like this. You say it's got to be framed. Well, look how cool the front is, right? How the hell, like, if I frame this, I got to put it like this, right? Because you got to show that.
Yeah.
So then you would never see the front.
Whatever.
Well, just hang it from the ceiling like you're hanging it from the roof.
Well, you know what I was thinking would be kind of
That's a
cool?
great idea.
If you had a couple different jerseys, you could, like, create, like, a rack. Then maybe one of your buddies might want to maybe take them or something. Or you hang them so people could check them out.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
like
so
you're in Mitchell and
on
Ness
the
picking
note-
out a new
You're
jersey
a
for the
little
day?
Yeah,
I got you.
On the note of random stories and stuff that I got from Dad.
What else you got in there? Oh, this looks like a good one right
This is a
here.
good one.
This is like a nice one.
Now, I got to get it out.
That shit was like me in like
Check that out.
93-pound football.
Feel how heavy that is.
Rydell helmet.
Now, I'll tell you the story.
Is this signed by Ray Rhodes?
That is signed by Ray Rhodes. Hold on, wait. Hold on. Can you read what it says on there?
Get well?
Yeah.
Get well soon, Ed?
Ray Rhodes. Now, here's the thing. Wait, Fink.
That's a
Hold on.
perfect helmet.
Fink,
Yeah, that
I'm
thing's
guessing you have
sick.
a smaller head than I do, and it almost got stuck on mine. Can you put it on? Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, there we go.
Oh.
And you know
I
what?
can get it off.
Wait.
You
keep
rip
that-
your
you gotta
ears
keep
off
that on
taking
for a
it off.
second. Okay, listen. When I see that face mask, I think of one thing. Maybe like that is almost Reggie White, but I think remember the dude Andy Harmon?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that was the Andy Harmon face mask. You know, before face masks were cool at all.
That
How you
helmet.
feel about
No,
that?
face masks were always
Are you
cool
gonna get
back
that
in
off?
the day.
Let's see.
I don't.
Come on. Oh, you gotta pull. You gotta pull. All right. Now, by the way, they're bringing this back, right? We're getting these helmets back. When is that gonna happen?
You got to have the silver. I love
Yeah, see the metallic.
Yeah,
if you
that's
get in
perfect.
there, Aleko, can you get in there with the
Zoom
light?
in on that, Aleko.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice
I
piece
mean,
right
it's
there.
the silver that's so dope, and looking at
Is
this.
that like more the font that they're going towards? Too?
Yeah.
They changed the font.
Oh yeah, the font. Yeah, I
Let
don't
me
know.
see that thing.
They changed the font to different lettering.
Damn, this thing is so heavy,
It's
man.
so
Can-
heavy. How do you
Let's
even
talk
like,
about like the technology. Like, no wonder there's dudes walking around with all types of CTE. Like,
Yeah, right.
inside of this helmet is just like a couple of pads.
Man
This
down.
thing weighs probably about 8 or 9 pounds.
Yeah. So
These things come a long way.
super.
That's a
dope.
nice item.
Yeah. Let's go.
That
Yeah,
might have been like
get your jersey out
Yeah,
here.
that's definitely that era right there.
Yeah. So anyway, I've had these. It's funny
Cover up
because
that blood stain real
yeah,
quick.
that's just despicable. These have been sitting in like a bin in the basement, so I was excited to be able to get them out and show somebody because my man cave hasn't come to fruition yet. You know what I mean? But when it does, I'll call you guys up and you can come over and hang out for sure. All right,
I guess it's my turn.
it's definitely your turn.
Real quick, was this worn by someone? Because it's got a couple of hit marks on there.
I don't know. Oh, so I didn't actually tell the story. My dad was in the hospital. I can't remember why. I think he had like an infection or something. And Jeffrey Lurie, who had to have been, I don't know the years. Jeffrey Lurie is pretty new.
It had to be new because he changed right away from
Well,
this kind of.
and Ray Rhodes was like mid-90s. My dad said maybe 95, 96. That's probably wrong. I don't know. But yeah, so they came to visit him in the hospital, and they gave him this helmet, and somehow it's here to this day. And when they come back to that, Kelly Green's going to be awesome.
Well, if your dad ever gets sick again, you can give him that. And
Yes.
just right over Ray Rhodes.
I will.
Jesse,
I will.
Get
Yeah.
well soon, Dad.
Yep, I'll do that.
All right.
I'm going to change it to Nick Sirianni. Yeah.
Mine,
Right.
I brought
I have high expectations for this.
an old hot dog that I got from Veterans Stadium.
Ooh.
I mean,
I
this
didn't-
isn't.
Is that
isn't,
Sprewell?
No, it's not Sprewell.
I saw the number. I know who that is.
Listen, this is one of my favorite things that I've ever got in my life. This is an authentic Chris Mullin champion jersey from around the 91 season. Now,
Champion.
back when the champion jerseys, the NBA jerseys came out, they were just the
Right.
you know, the silk screen ones,
Yeah.
which are great jerseys. They're perfect jerseys. But you had, if you went to like a store, they had the stitched
Authentics,
ones.
yeah.
They would only have like Jordan, maybe Pat Ewing, and like Dominique Wilkins or something. I went to the showcase. I didn't go. My mom took me to the showcase in Roosevelt Mall, and I had a special order, the Chris Mullin one, and they had to order it from a showcase in Oakland, and I was the only one in the goddamn neighborhood who had
Mullen.
That's a pretty
authentic
nice one.
Mullen.
dope.
That is a
And
good
it's still
one.
in perfect shape.
Yeah.
It's
Do you wear it?
every once in a while.
Yeah.
I wear it to like the beach or something.
Can-
But I've had it 31 years.
Yeah. That's a nice
So,
one.
now, can I ask you a question? You said the
Yeah, I had
what
that
mall
same.
did you say?
Roosevelt Mall.
Okay, where is that?
It's on Roosevelt Boulevard and Cotman Ave.
Now, hold on.
When you
hold
said
on.
that, I was like,
I gotta
what?
take a time out because
Is that their proper
when you
way?
got me thinking about it.
It's spelled that way.
with 2 O's,
Yeah.
right? So are you doing it the right way, and I just been doing it like everybody
What,
else?
you say Roosevelt?
It's Roosevelt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever.
Fink? Come on,
I
man.
say Roosevelt.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Look, after hearing Fink say Tacony and hoagies, and if Fink says Roosevelt, then I liked it though.
Yeah.
But it just took me aback a little.
I wonder if it is Roosevelt now.
Now, I have.
Might gotta look that up.
I don't have much sports memorabilia, but one thing I do have to shout out my Twitter homie and my real life homie, Swaggy Mitch. He tipped me off right after the Eagles won the Super Bowl. Fanatics puts up the authentic autographed items that you pre-order.
Yeah.
And they put up all the Eagles helmets, mini helmets signed by the Eagles players with the Super Bowl mini helmets.
Right.
And they're supposed to be like $309. Well, they put them up for $39
By
by
accident?
accident. So
Swaggy
we all
Mitch.
ordered them, and they fulfilled
They have
their
to fulfill the
they
order.
fulfilled the
Did that
request.
remind you? Did you hear about the DoorDash thing?
Yeah, the
You guys hear about that?
DoorDash glitch.
I
But I heard they
didn't.
charged everybody.
Oh yeah, they did come back and charge everybody.
That's messed up. So you want? I mean, maybe talk about it real
Oh,
quick.
so apparently there was some glitch on DoorDash the other day where whatever you ordered was coming in for free, right? So people were like ordering up all types of shit. Like,
Yeah, they're like-
bottles.
They're
They're
like-
liquor bottles.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know how
like-
I'm gonna eat 100 chicken nuggets, but I
there
got
was
'em,
like
man.
I saw some screenshots, and I don't know if this like orders actually went through or people placed them, but there was like $20,000 worth of crab legs. There was like hundreds of bottles of like tequila.
tequila.
Then some
can
girls,
get that
some
on
girl
DoorDash?
said she bought like 200 packs of Plan B. So I don't know if they actually.
some DoorDash, like
Yeah,
Go Puffs.
probably like Go
in
Puff
some
type of thing.
neighborhoods, you could order liquor. My neighborhood, you can't.
So these people, I don't know if those were real orders, but
PA.
some people place like real orders, like hundreds of dollars or a couple $1,000
Gotta
of
love it.
stuff, thinking that they're gonna get some free food, and then the next day DoorDash
They
adjusted
charged
it,
them?
and they like some people have like a credit card linked to their account, but some people have like a debit card linked to their account.
Oh.
So if you got your debit card
They
linked to
suck
the
it right
account,
out of there.
took it out, so people's accounts are like overdrawn
That's
by a
brutal.
couple thousand.
You know,
Yeah.
that when you mentioned Swaggy Mitch, though, that brought in my mind another newsworthy situation this week because Matthew Berry from ESPN came out of nowhere saying he's leaving ESPN, right? You guys see this?
Yeah, I saw it. Is that
Matt Berry, the fantasy guy?
Yeah,
That
he's
dude
leaving ESPN.
sucks anyway.
Ooh,
Adios.
doesn't love Matthew Berry.
No.
But that brought in my mind the Swaggy Mitch, right? Wasn't that his
My
story?
38-year-old son, Bill.
Yeah. So if you
No
get a
offense to
chance,
anyone,
take a
but
look
yeah.
at Swaggy Mitch and Matthew Berry because he had a moment there where Matthew Berry read his tweet.
He's
that
probably
was
got a sporting book.
you think?
Yeah, he's gonna get
Well,
paid.
he's got to have some
gonna get
plan.
paid.
You know what I mean? He's probably starting his own thing.
Yeah, true.
I feel like all these fantasy guys, they just piggyback off of everybody anyway. It's just like I got the same information that you just told me from reading, this
totally
other.
agree.
But you know what the
fantasy
thing is? Like, you can hate on a guy like that all you want, but like, there was a time when everyone was like, "No one cares about this stuff. You're a dork," and then that guy's rich now.
I hear you.
He built an empire, so
I feel like you can put me on one of those shows and I'll give you the same goddamn information that they're giving you. Though.
you have won a lot of fantasy
Oh, yeah.
championships, actually.
I
for
won
the
both the
record.
leagues last year.
Ooh, double
Cashed
winner.
out.
How about that?
Yeah.
Just like Rob
All right,
Kelly.
well, back to me and my memorabilia.
Let's get it back to Meech's memorabilia.
A couple other cool things. I do have Mickey Mantle, Ted Williams signed baseballs that I got in person at the Tropicana in Atlantic City.
Oh, they were there.
They had like a 500 home run hitter convention, and my parents were like always there, so they had high roller and free tickets and room. So we went down there, got all the 500 home run hitters. The only one that didn't sign was Reggie Jackson. He was hurt his hand or some shit. But I got the rest of them on a bat. Those two wouldn't sign a bat. So this bat that I have with the rest of the 500 home run hitters back from like the 90s, not any of the newer ones. That was pretty cool.
What are we talking? Did you look it up?
Nah, I mean,
Not gonna sell it?
no. And then I have like the original Michael Jordan starting lineup figures in there.
Oh yeah, those are.
Yo,
Okay.
I have a bag of like 200 starting lineups, man. With the football guys with the helmets. That was the best. We're really aging our. Fink, do you have any idea what we're talking about?
Yeah, I have a couple.
You do?
I have,
You got a
I
couple?
have Dirk and Steve Nash ones. They're still in the
They
box.
probably still making
Dirk
them,
and
that
Steve
kind of
Nash,
stuff. Like
okay.
the
On the
sports
Mavs.
cards and shit just came. They make
I
a
got
big
like
comeback.
Doug Williams from the Redskins. You know what I mean? That's the era that I'm dealing with. All right, Fink, what do you got, man? Come on.
So
Give
I
us
went
something
through
good here.
Some things I had at the house. So I'm big on
Oh, yeah.
like the paper
Love it.
and stuff.
Oh, nice.
So I have like the 08 Phillies paper still. So I have like all through the playoffs. So I have the Daily News
Yep.
day after.
I feel like I got a few of those.
I have a
somewhere.
whole bunch of them. I have like ones that I like put away so they don't
Yeah.
get messed up. I got that.
Good for the man cave. Frame them up.
What else we got here? I got a Noel Sixers signed jersey.
Nerlens.
Just because I won it. I won it from on Twitter from the Sixers.
This.
So, yeah, so I
This
always hold
is
on
what
to
you
that. I'm
have.
just like, yeah, whatever.
That looks like that might have been.
Hold on.
That looks like that might have
Zoom
been
in on
like.
that signature. That's not a signature.
He wrote like M on there. It just says M.
Nerlens.
Now hold on.
Did he wear that? It
Which
looks like it's
jersey?
been game worn right
Which
there.
jersey was
no
that?
idea.
That's
That's like the-
Embiid's rookie year jersey.
That's
I
like the
think.
Evan Turner era jersey.
Embiid's rookie year, I think it is.
That's
Right
and
on
that
there.
is that a game jersey, not a practice
It's
jersey?
when they started this. So
Yeah,
this is the first
it's a
year they
game
did
jersey.
that.
Damn, thing's basic.
But then the most prized one I have here is my biggest.
Yeah, where is
I'll let
Nerlens
you guys see it.
these days? Anyway, anybody know where Nerlens
Yeah,
is? He's
Meech,
still in the
you know
league.
where Nerlens
So
is,
this
I
is a
think.
with the
game-worn
Knicks, wasn't it?
jersey from 2008. League of the Drunks, the pitcher and captain wore it. The pitcher was Fink, and he won the championship that year.
Oh,
This guy
nice.
sounds like a legend.
He might even
Did you
still,
meet
he
him?
might even
Smell?
still smell the beer in this shirt. But that's from my championship year. We won. In case you guys
Nice.
I was wearing that on the
I like
mound.
you got the
Yeah.
number 99 wild thing too.
Oh,
I
yeah,
like
exactly.
that. Yeah, yeah.
Was,
Dude.
I pitched.
That's
so
a nice. That's a nice one.
That's my most. That's my favorite one. I got.
Wait, how long ago was that?
Dang.
2018.
You could fit that?
Respect.
That thing looks pretty fucking
Maybe.
young, man.
Maybe. I'm not gonna try right
Like
now.
the kind of guy could fit. It's like kind of guy who could just fit just about anything.
Jeez.
Well, I'm glad to see everybody has their own unique approach to the memorabilia thing. Fink, I like that you pulled your own accomplishments in there. I didn't think about it. Maybe we'll have to do.
And shout out Showcase. The top 3 showcases, if you want to do a list, were number 1, or I'll go top 4. Number 1 was the Roosevelt Mall. Number 2
Roosevelt.
was the Willow Grove Mall. Number 3 was Oxford Valley Mall. Number 4 was Neshaminy. But every single one of them had any hat you could think of, any jersey you could think of. It was like, I mean, God damn it, I hate Fanatics for taking that away. If I hate anything, it's Fanatics for taking away the neighborhood sporting goods stores.
Yeah, I used to hit up.
Fuck you, Fanatics.
There's still a bunch of the
Come on,
neighborhood,
man.
or not
Hey,
a bunch.
by
but
the way,
there's still the,
Fanatics took it like digital. Like Dick started that, man. You know what I mean? I used to go to Gold Medal. You guys, do you have a Gold Medal?
Love Gold Medal.
Oh, dude.
Herman's.
metal.
Gold Medal in
That's a
Andorra. That was my
throwback.
spot, dude. But I can only imagine you walking into that store with all that stuff. It must have been like the greatest
Was it-
thing ever. Yeah, you just like hung out in there.
I would.
Now they have them in. There's a couple in the mall, and it's just like outrageous the kind of stuff they have. It's all like weird interpretations of shorts and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a whole nother
Not
thing.
into that.
It's not as cool.
No.
You just walk by and you're like, that
Showcase,
sucks.
maybe Showcase, my second favorite store of all time. First favorite store of all time is Tower Records.
Wow, I got some Tower Records stories. That
Sure
would,
you do.
Yeah. Well,
Groupies,
no
salsos.
one cares, but my band was on a record label that was affiliated with Tower Records, so we used to play live shows in Tower Records in a couple places throughout the country, which was a really cool experience. So we don't need to get into all that, though. So, on that note, Meech, with like you hating on things and like Fanatics, whatever. I was thinking we talked about an idea that we had. One time we were doing a segment and you said, knock it off. And I just thought that was quintessential Meech. You'd be telling somebody to knock it off. So I figured we'd create a Meech.
A knock it off, like
Yeah.
segment.
Meech-centric segment, because the people want more Meech content. I'm aware of that. So it's not.
Which people are these?
They're out. They're here.
Point them out.
Yep.
That lady just walked by. She wants more.
The lady just walked by wants more Meech content.
She
I
does.
can tell.
Yeah, she does. Okay. So the idea here
She wants
is
either more Meech or more meat.
Okay. Okay. Well, I told you, you do this. We've talked about this. Anyway. Okay. So the idea here is these are things that kind of piss you off, and you're telling people to knock it off. So. I want to hear what you got for us here to start off the inaugural Knock It Off, featuring Meech.
The inaugural Knock It Off is going to go out to Ticketmaster and whoever the fuck prints tickets up. Pardon my language. But I know this is a boomer take. You're going to kill me for it, but I can't stand virtual tickets, all right? Now, I know that there's a place for them to where, out of convenience, but there should also be an option. I mean, Ticketmaster charges you for every goddamn thing. They charge you for printing out a ticket. They charge you for looking at a ticket. They charge you service charges for tickets. So put an option where for $10, I'll print you out a ticket and send it to you. I don't even care if they make me enter the place with my virtual ticket, and then I can have my regular tickets sent to me, just as like a little souvenir.
You want that old school
I have a
slither,
shoebox
that
at home.
3-inch by 1-inch.
Talking about memorabilia,
Yeah.
I have a shoebox at home with probably about 400 or 500 ticket stubs from various concerts, and not one thing I love to do when I'm not. I open it up. I grab a couple tickets and I look up the box scores, and and it sort of brings back a memory, and it's
That's
a
special.
good way.
You sit your kids down and try to tell them about it, and they're like, "Dad, I just want to get back to the
iPad." Iverson's first game. Like,
Yeah.
it's cool stuff to have.
That is.
I still have the ticket to the '88. You remember the Monday Night Football game versus the Giants? It was the first football game my dad ever took me to when Cunningham got hit off his leg and came up by Carl Banks, and he came up and threw it to the tight end for the touchdown. I still have that ticket. So it would be great if they gave you an option to get your ticket printed out, and you can save it as a little souvenir. You can't do anything with printed out tickets. I have virtual, I don't even remember games I went to because the virtual ticket's just gone.
Well, I have a lot of them in my Apple Wallet. For whatever that's
besides that,
you can delete
I
those
know
out,
how to
by the
use a
way.
phone. I'm a 43-year-old guy. I know
Right
what
on
I'm
the
doing.
edge.
But I know what I'm doing when I get to the ticket thing. I line up my family. I hit it.
It's
but there are
annoying.
people who have no idea, and they're usually older people.
And it slows
they
things
hold
down.
up the line to where if they had a physical ticket,
Good point.
Boom.
it's supposed to be convenient.
It should
but
be by
it
age.
holds up
There should
the
be
line.
a cutoff. If you're a certain age, you're not eligible for a virtual ticket.
There should be maybe a virtual line, kind of like if you go to Dunkin' Donuts. You want just coffee, or do you want coffee and food? You go to this line, or certain entrances where you go. I don't know how to do it. I just want a fucking paper ticket back.
Here's what we
All right?
learned. You get Meech started on
Knock
something.
it off, Ticketmaster.
Knock it off. Okay. Lot to unpack in the first iteration of Knock It Off. You actually had a couple good ideas in there, though.
No, they're all great. There's
All great
more
ideas.
than
My
a
bad.
couple.
All great ideas. But let me start by saying this. I thought initially you were going to say you should have an option for a printed ticket, but I didn't think about the idea you would pay to have it if you hate a virtual ticket so much.
Right.
Now, Ticketmaster.
But they make you pay for the virtual ticket anyway.
Well, my
so.
point, Ticketmaster was going to be all over that. It's a
Right.
new way to make an
Yeah,
extra $10.
Please, you give them a new way to make money. They're going to gouge you off.
Is there any
All
way
right,
to
that's a good
Is there
idea.
any way to copyright something over the internet right now by saying
No.
if you see Ticketmaster start charging for
You know,
that
I'm about
No.
to
ticket?
I'm about
No,
to
that's
start
not how
my
that
own
works.
You get
company
that.
where I print out cool tickets that would look like a regular ticket stub.
You might
and
be saying too
send me
much.
the
You
game
might be
went
saying
to,
too
I'm
and
much.
I'll send
sorry.
you the
I hate to
goddamn-
inform you, Fanatics has they have an affiliated business that makes custom tickets. Sorry.
You might be saying too
Now,
much.
I will say this. I always save tickets, like every game I went to. So, like, in my side table of my bedroom, there's like 40 whatever tickets. But I think it's like a lot of the stuff in the memorabilia. I always think, like, oh, I'm going to look back at that. Like, I've never actually done it. The fact that you take them out and look at the box scores, that's the next level. I haven't gotten there yet. So, but maybe I always think about myself like in the retirement home, like sitting there with nothing
With
to
your
do. and
box
like,
of tickets,
Like
like,
seriously, I'm sitting there and I'm like,
That's what I
oh,
would-
that
that's what I
game.
would do with my life
That
when I
game
go.
was
Yeah.
amazing. So you have a point, and I also love the idea of the printed ticket line. separate them out.
Yeah, that's
You know
a good
what I mean?
idea.
Now, I used to get so pissed off when they first went to it, and you'd get up and the internet wouldn't work.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
like you couldn't get on
Well,
the app.
what if your phone battery dies?
That's your fault.
You know what? Wait.
Yes.
I-
Yeah.
if your phone, I
If your
mean,
phone battery
that's
dies, it's
annoying.
on
But
you, dude.
I got this just.
Put in too many
Hold up.
bets in,
Wait.
in the parking lot.
This just brought up one of my favorite stories about Rocky, and I'm so glad that this just went off in my head because we were going. This was the
I know where
Vikings,
this is going.
right?
Yeah, it was
Okay,
a
so it's
Monday
the-
night
all right.
game.
It wasn't the NFC Championship. I thought it was NFC Championship.
How could you?
Oh, no.
How could you not know the difference?
It was not the
between
Monday
a
night. It
Monday
wasn't the
night
NFC
game and the
championship.
NFC championship.
It wasn't the
It was
NFC
the playoffs.
championship. It was not even a play. It was
All
a
right,
Monday
fine.
night game.
Whatever. I'm
Yeah.
misremembering as I
Yeah.
do, but it doesn't matter. It was a big game, and we're in the parking lot, and Rock came down. He didn't have a ticket. You know what I mean?
Just down there
And
pregame.
He was just hanging out, and he's just like, "Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Where should I go? Whatever." So, do you want to take over? Or do you want me to? I think it's best if you take over.
Yeah, so
in terms of what
I,
your game plan was.
You know, it's probably about I say probably close to an hour before the game started, and everyone's out in the parking lot having a good time. There's the usual tailgate crew that's down there. So, you know, I'm like, I don't have a ticket, but I'm going to get into this game, right? So
Had it. He was determined.
the week beforehand, I went to the game, and it was like a Bucks game. And I still had the ticket on my phone, the virtual ticket, not the actual,
Right.
ticket that you love, Meech. So I still had the virtual ticket. So I'm like, I'm going to get into this game. And I'm going to try to do it early before the game starts so I can, like, try to, talk to the people, talk my way in, basically. So I go up to the gate, and I'm like, they're like, let me see your ticket. So I pull out the Bucks ticket, and I'm like, they're like, oh, this is from last week. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, I got it on here somewhere. Can you just let me in? They're like, no, you got to go over to the ticket office. I'm like, all right. So I go over to the ticket office, and I'm like, I'm here to pick up my ticket for the game. And they're like, what's your name? I'm like, I told my name. They go back and look. They're like, oh, we don't see it there. Did someone leave it for you? I'm like, yeah, Rendell.
Wait, you threw me into it?
Fuck yeah.
I didn't know that.
I was like, this might pull some clout here. So
What?
I'm like, Rendell. And they're like, all right, let me go look for it. And they're like, it's not here. And I'm like, what do you mean it's not here? I'm like, my friend sent me a ticket. It should be down here. And it just, basically, it didn't work. I didn't get into the game.
You figured that.
So you didn't get in?
No, I didn't get it.
I thought the end of the story.
No.
You
I just
smooth talked your
no,
way.
no,
I
no.
think I did it the work. I think if I would have gone in, if I would have tried to go when like all
was
the
crazy.
commotion is
Yeah.
before the game,
That
like
was
right
your
before
first
the game.
mistake. Why would you go in
Yeah,
early when
I
you're
don't
like
know. I figured
hanging out?
I was not sober. I could have probably went then and like talked my way in, but
His
if
strategy
I would have gone when it was busy,
and this
that would
is
have been the
it's
move.
not a bad concept in theory. He's going to go up and blame the app, and it's a glitch.
Yeah,
and,
I
and
was
you
like-
should have, as you're doing that, kind of like walked forward, and hope there's like,
Push your way
I hate
through.
this
Yeah.
guy. Just let him go. I didn't know you went to the will call and start dropping.
So I went
my
through the
name, bro.
whole. I went through the whole thing. I was like, this is something. I was like, maybe somebody's gonna be nice and put
That's
me on a
kinda messed
ticket.
up. That's
Under,
like-
Jeffrey Lurie. You can check again.
Yeah, exactly.
Related story, we had a friend who got taken to the Eagles jail, when they had the jail in there, and he tried to drop my name, and I was like, no, I don't know that guy, you know what I mean? He's on his own. So did you guys ever?
Remember the judge's name?
Yeah, Seamus McCaffrey. Bam, let's go. That would be a good trivia question.
Wait, there was
right
yeah, that would have been a good one.
Yeah,
too.
that would have been a good one. All right.
Well,
Tune in later for that.
Yeah.
Tune in later
That's
for
gonna
that
be our layup
episode.
For us. That's gonna be our 3 points.
I don't even remember where we're at. Okay, well, knock it off with the virtual tickets, right? Knock it off with the virtual tickets. That's where we're at.
Yeah, I said it like 15 minutes ago.
All right.
I'm
yeah.
with Meech on
Knock
that.
them off.
Okay, you're with
Is,
it.
I wonder, is there a
I like
market for like
saving
ticket
tickets.
stubs anywhere? Like, can
Yeah.
you go on like
Yo,
eBay
you
and be
could-
like,
you
yeah, I
could get-
want this
yeah.
ticket stub from the
Check it out. You
1994.
can get your PSA, the grading company.
Yeah.
They grade tickets now.
Oh,
and
shit.
if you have like, say, Tom Brady's first game, a graded ticket, it goes for like $10,000.
What
serious?
does graded mean?
Means they
Oh,
they
good.
They
Yeah,
authenticate it. They look at it, see how.
Does it have to
Gem
be
Mint 10
Does it have
or-
to be in mint condition, or could it be in my side table? All
That's when they
kinda, like,
grade it,
folded
right?
over?
Yeah.
That's how they grade it.
Yeah, well, you'll get a poor grade on it.
All right, that's not going to get me too far, is it? Well, this was a very illuminating conversation. No doubt about that. Look, I think what we want to do here is we're in, like I said, we're in the middle of the summer. We're in kind of like the doldrums of the Philly sports calendar, and I figured we'd revisit our old friend segment, Where You At, right, and see where everybody's at on these teams. Because
I'll tell you where you should be at, apologizing about the oven mitt to
Oh.
Alec Bohm.
Damn, I'm so glad you brought that up. Okay, so for anybody who's been following along with the City Pigeons podcast, we had an episode a couple weeks ago with Matt Gelb.
While he recaps, I'm gonna go drain the 3 bottles. of water.
This is the kind of thing you can do on a a podcast.
10
that you just-
episode celebration.
I said podcast too. Anyway,
That goes with Roosevelt.
what Meech is talking about is we had Matt Gelb on, who is a beat writer for The Athletic, and we talked about the oven mitts, right? Fink, you're familiar with the oven mitts?
Yes.
You've seen these.
Yes.
Protective gloves that the players are wearing when they slide into the bases. And I was saying how I thought that they were ridiculous and that you could, gain an edge, maybe get into the base earlier. And we had an instance a couple days ago where Alec Boehm sliding into second base, no oven mitt.
I saw that. No, you
Did
told
see
me to
it?
look it up. Yeah, I
Did you
looked
see
it up. Yeah, I saw him go in there. He slid in
What's
there.
your analysis?
My analysis is I don't. He fucking broke his finger. That's just part of
Well,
the game, right?
dislocated.
Or whatever he
thought-
did to his game.
He
whatever.
thought he broke his finger.
I don't think the oven mitt would have helped.
See, that's the question. Apparently, so I think it has like a rigid thing in it that would prevent.
So you
that.
think it's got like a firm front where if
Yes.
he would have did it, kind of would have.
Yes, so like your
Bounced
finger
off?
can't dislocate. I believe. I haven't tried one.
So now you're.
We have to get
We
one.
should get one.
And just have everyone try
Yeah.
it.
Let's order
So
it.
wait, are you
Alright.
now a fan of the oven mitt because it's like a protective piece of gear, or are you just?
Well, look, that validated the fact that it could be a legitimate piece of protective equipment, right? Because maybe if he has the oven mitt, he doesn't have the
Would you
dislocated
rather have
finger.
our players wearing the oven mitt or fans wearing sandals in the game?
Oof, that is such a hard question.
How about a player
Wearing-
wearing sandals?
I'd love to see that.
So wait.
Sandals and an oven
Doesn't
mitt.
your kid have an oven mitt?
No, he wanted to get one, but I wouldn't let him.
Did they have him at Dick's? Did you feel it? Did you touch it? Did
No,
you,
no, I didn't.
Did you?
I need to go to Dick's and
I wonder
feel
how
the
pliable it
oven
is. Like, you need to go to Dick's and what?
mitts. Feel the oven mitts.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense.
You know what? Real quick, one time I went to Dick's to get a softball glove, and I'm trying on gloves in there. And I go home, and I'm doing some shit, and I notice I don't have my wedding ring on.
Oh no.
Where is my wedding ring? So I drove back to Dick's. It came off inside the glove that I tried.
Did you find the glove?
Yeah, I knew exactly where it was. And luckily, it wasn't a real popular glove that people were trying on.
Hey, that's a good Dick's story.
Can you imagine if your wife was questioning you?
You got
on that?
another-
Where'd
Another
you ring at? I
episode.
left
No,
it in the glove at
another
Dick's.
episode. I'll tell the story when I found my wedding ring another time. It's 100 times better than that story.
Well, let's say,
me
hey,
being
story was
freshly
complete
married.
shit
let's
compared to-
not use all of our wedding ring
No,
stories in one
I got
episode.
2 wedding
Hold
ring
them back.
stories, and the other one's really.
I lost
really
mine
good.
surfing in Hawaii one time.
Me being freshly married, I can tell this thing's gonna get lost at some
Yeah.
point.
Well,
Like I've
hopefully-
already left it places. I'm
So you know
like,
what the
fuck.
biggest mistake is? Guys come right out of the gate and they think they should get like a real nice wedding ring because it's like special, and then you lose it right off the bat, and then you realize you should just go get one for a couple $100.
Remember that-
I'm the complete opposite. My father was a jeweler, and my wedding ring cost like $80. It's nothing. But
Smart man.
now it has sentimental value. So
Shouldn't it have sentimental value right from the start?
No, because it's brand like when I didn't wear it.
But
you
it's a
know,
sign of
But
something.
after you wear it, it has sentimental
Yeah.
value, so you don't want to lose it, even though it's cheap.
Yeah.
You know.
Not to keep the wedding ring conversation going, but I don't have one anymore because I lost it, and then it was like making my fat finger take on like a different shape. And my wife's like, "You should get one. You should get one." Surprisingly, there's no women approaching me. You know, I was thinking because I didn't have it. You know, they'd be like, "Hey, buddy," and it just doesn't happen. So
You're old, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe they just know.
You're
they,
old.
They get the vibe.
Yeah, well,
They
I
know
also, I put off a vibe like, don't even try it. You know what I mean? Because I'm married, and anyway, okay. Look, we've been all over the place, so I think we.
Where
need
you
to-
at?
Yeah, let's finish this with where you
Yeah,
at.
and there's a single guy over here. We're the 3 married losers.
Yeah, Fink, live that
Don't
life,
worry
man.
about that wedding ring, my
Keep
man.
it real out there, unless you find someone that's really special that you love a lot, in which case
All
you
right.
get
Where you
married.
at?
Stop it.
Okay, all right. So, Fink, do you know how this works?
Uh-oh, this guy looking at us wants some.
This guy's very interested in what the hell's going on.
Is this where you bring it?
He's
Is this
gonna
where you
strong
bring a
arm
fan
us.
in off the
Hey,
street?
hey, for all we know,
Where you at?
this guy could be a potential sponsor or something, and maybe
He wants to come in. He wants to know what's going on.
Zoom in on there, Aleko. Zoom in on that guy. Where's he going? Yo, where's he going? Go talk to him.
We need him to sign a waiver.
Is there a name and likeness release? Wait, Aleko. Recruit him, Rock. Hey, tell him about the YouTube channel.
Does he like tickets?
Like and subscribe.
Ask him what he thinks of virtual tickets.
Hey, Rock, see how he feels about oven mitts.
Sandals at baseball games, yes or no? He's definitely wearing sandals.
He's got to have flip-flops.
He's definitely
Rock,
wearing
does he have flip-flops? No? Damn, we had him pegged. All right. That is called guerrilla marketing, folks.
I wanted to bring them on and get their take on where they're at, where the real Philly fans are at, but they
Didn't know anything about sports?
They don't know a damn thing about sports.
They just thought it was a
They thought it was great.
interesting-looking situation.
Yeah.
That was our man on the street side.
We really shoot from the hip here at
We
the...
have so many segments out. We never had a segment
Yeah.
up until this
Seriously.
episode. Now we have like 6, 7 segments.
We have so many segments. By the way, if you have any ideas for cool segments, send them our way. 'cause
We got
we're
some stuff
obviously-
coming up. We
we're-
got some
we're
stuff.
Really,
Come on now.
We're all over the place. Okay, where are you at? Fink, do you know how this works?
Let's find out.
All right, let's find out. So we're going to go through the 4 major sports teams, and we're going to say feeling them or fading them. It's that easy, right? You're either up, you're down, maybe why you're doing that, and that's really it. It's not that complicated. So I always like to start with the Flyers just because I feel like that's kind of some low-hanging fruit. Can anyone here give us the name of the guy that they drafted? Meech, not look at your phone.
He's from Philly or the area, right?
Is he?
Yeah. They got 2.
I don't know.
I think they
Think?
got some guy from like the area.
He has like a funny name. I remember seeing
Yeah, I
something
know
about
because
that.
I made a joke about it, but I forget now.
Oh, you made a joke and you don't even know. That's how quick things go in and out of Finkster's brain.
Alexander McGillney.
You know, I don't think
That's
that's
way
it.
off. That's
I
last
don't
Last name
think
starts with a
that's it.
G.
All right.
G-U-I-T-H-E-R?
We're going to look it up. Besides that, I guess we have to talk about Tortorella, right? The new coach, like a guy that
We don't have to.
we're
No.
going to.
Yeah,
Like,
Well,
I'm cool if we.
all right,
if
can
we
we
just
not
go.
Just
Spend
feeling him or
Flyers.
fading him, Fink.
Fade them. The Flyers
Fade 'em.
are a disgrace. This organization is a disgrace.
All right.
They're using Gritty as a distraction.
An
We
allegation.
got to get over that. The
That's an
Flyers,
allegation.
they have no direction. They don't know what they're doing. I just
Fade.
I could care
And
less.
this is
Fade
a
'em,
guy-
Fade 'em,
this is
fade
a guy
'em,
who
fade
got-
'em, fade 'em.
Fade him. This is a guy who got thrown out of the Prudential Center at a Flyers game.
Flyers Devils playoff game.
And then got the players to sign the thing that said you can't come back in, right?
Yes, and
Oh,
then
wow.
later on I tweeted.
You wouldn't fade those guys, just these guys.
Right.
Yes, Scott
Yeah.
O'Neill. I tweeted him online and asked if I could come back, and he
And-
said as long as I promise not to fight.
Oh, he did say that.
Yes,
He responded.
I think I can go back. I think.
Wow,
But
okay.
we weren't really fighting.
But you're a real Flyers fan, so it means something that you're fading them.
Yeah, sure. I haven't. I just.
I feel like this
they're
is-
lost. Go ahead, Meech.
I feel like it's going to be brief. Meech,
No, fading them.
fade him.
whatever.
All right. You know what?
When do they play again? Let's get it.
Listen, I feel like this is like this is like I'm playing the role of saying I'm feeling them, and I'm not feeling them. I'm going to fade them, but I am happy they brought in this coach who's going to come in and crack the whip. Even though I'm sure these modern day players are not looking forward to the training camp and all that, but hopefully this guy comes in. At least we'll get some good press conference moments out of it or something. You know, that would be a good change of pace. So gonna have to fade them because they haven't done crap in years. But hopefully they bring back something good. We'll see.
Yeah, I
Oh,
wasn't.
Gauffier.
Jean-Paul Gaultier.
Oh. All right. So let's go with Rocky.
No chance I
Is
was
there?
trying
Hey,
to say
here's the
that.
question: is there a Wayne Simmons reference coming? Go ahead.
I'm fading them. They signed some guy who had some racist comments or some shit a couple years ago. I'm fading him.
Tony D'Angelo.
Yeah, this guy he's from Jersey too. He's from like around here.
I
He
think
had
you
some-
said until they bring Wayne Simmons back, you're out.
Well,
right?
if they bring another African American in to offset the racist guy they just signed, then I might be back in. But right now, I'm out on him.
All right, fair enough. I don't think any of us are qualified to touch that. So
Yeah.
All right, let's move
Keep it
on.
moving.
Let's go Phils. I mean, Phils are in. They're the one team that's in play right now. So we're just gonna keep going down the line. Fink, what do you think about the Phils right now, man?
I'm feeling them.
Got to, right?
Yeah, they're exciting right now. I'm actually like tuning into games. Like I mean, that's without Bryce Harper out there.
Yeah.
You're gonna get Bryce back. You're gonna get playoff push going. I'm having fun watching them. I'm in on them.
You're in.
Feeling them.
All right, Meech.
I'm definitely feeling the Phillies. I think they're going to put themselves in good position to try and make the playoffs in the last month, and we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, it's hard, to say anything other than feeling them based on the way they're playing, to be honest. But I just have this might be the Phillies DNA in me that feels like, they have held on without Bryce and they have stepped up, and I'm just like worried that somehow, some way it's going to go south and there's a losing streak coming. That's probably just me being, overly.
Absolutely it is.
It absolutely is. He confirmed it. But I'm feeling them. Look, the game's been competitive. They've won a couple games recently, 1-0, 2-0. Really good games. And they just, to your point, they've just been fun to watch. So I'm hoping, playoff baseball is just so amazing, hanging on every pitch. And, Matt Gelb said that he didn't think they were going to make the playoffs. So that's that was his viewpoint. He didn't think.
Can't wait to throw that back in his face. Fucking Gelb.
You're done, Matt.
We'll see what happens, but I'm excited about it for now. Rocky,
All
baseball
right.
take. Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah.
What do you got?
I'm with you guys. Yep. All that.
Sounds good.
Nice.
Likewise. Say ditto.
Thanks.
Sounds good. Yep.
Thanks for checking
Yeah,
in.
man.
Thanks for checking in. Okay, lots been going on in the NBA with the free agency and all that stuff, and Sixers have done a few things interesting. You guys are both big hoops fans. I mean, everybody is. What do you think, Fink? You think we've? First of all,
That's our new segment. What do you think, Fink?
What do you think, Fink?
Damn, we got another one.
Damn, we
I'm
got another
in.
segment. How many is that?
7 segments.
Oh my God. Okay, Fink. What are you feeling? What do you think, Fink?
I'm feeling the Sixers. I'm feeling the Sixers.
Yeah?
I am. I'm just waiting for the Kevin Durant trade to get announced to here.
Come on.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm going to be all in even more.
Oh yeah.
But, I mean, I like the moves that they made. They're little moves. I just feel like there's more to come, hopefully. But, I mean, what's not to – you got the MVP, Harden. Just got to hope he bounces back and make another run for it. Feeling it.
Feeling them. All right, Meech, I feel like I remember when there was discussion of the P.J. Tucker situation, I don't think you were the huge proponent, but the deal.
I don't care about it anyway.
You don't care?
No, like I'm not against it anymore. Whatever. Let's see what these guys could do. I'm feeling them. Let's go.
You're feeling them. All right. Well, I watched, as you guys all did, P.J. Tucker with the Bucks. Like he was a huge part of their championship run, and then watching him last year with the Heat, I think he adds a ton of grit. So I'm hopeful that that's the addition that is going to help put him over the edge. I don't actually understand, and maybe you can help me with this. How much more can they do, given where they are with everybody they have? I mean, there's not a lot of wiggle room left. I know Harden, the deal he did changes things a little bit, but is there?
I think there's still a possibility for like Reggie Bullock, someone like that, or maybe the Durant thing goes through. Maybe somebody wants Tobias Harris, Maxey, and draft picks for him. Who knows?
Which is a great deal.
Okay.
Take it, net.
So hold on. If we were to trade for Kevin Durant and Maxey was a part of that,
Seriously, I don't even want to talk about it right now because I don't want Maxey to go. But
right.
if he does, I'll just accept it because
Yeah.
it's for Durant.
That would be one of the most heartbreaking scenarios based on how much we've grown to love him just for the person that he is. So I don't know if I'm hopeful or not, but yeah, I'm feeling them too. We noticed as you went there to the bathroom that you said you were feeling them. Is that
I am
right?
feeling them. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like they're just doing. They haven't done anything crazy, but they're doing what they need to do in the off season. I think Harden is going to be a better player next year.
Dude,
I think he's going to be a better player
I
next year.
agree.
this is the guy who talked about how washed he was. You remember that?
But I think
That was episode 3
I think he's putting in the work. So
Check the tape.
check the tape. I think he's going to be a better player next year. You know what I mean? I just think that, first of all, I like that he took the pay cut, right? So these people nowadays in the league, they're just divas. They're about their money.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen anymore. So this guy's committed to winning, right?
like
So he's doing the off-season work, I'm sure. He's
Daryl
partying a
Morey
little
made
bit.
some sort of under-the-table deal with him. Or
Yeah,
something.
I don't know. I like the
Shout out
camaraderie going
Fanatics.
on.
Sorry, Meech.
Hey.
They had the little, they
Yeah,
were
they
all
had
at the party. You know what I mean? I like the camaraderie.
I didn't
But
get
like,
invited to that. I don't know what happened, but
I got invited. I
great
had
in
to turn
white,
it down though.
you know,
I had some
so
shit
it's
going
weird.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
great in
not really,
I
but
showed up wearing green or some shit. Stupid party.
but the
I don't think you're gonna get invited to the Fanatics.
the trade scenario you threw out there, I would. It would hurt to see
That would
him
hurt,
go,
but
but
you would
you
do it.
got to do it for
Oh, my
KD.
Lord.
What about the other trade that we heard yesterday? Would you do that one? Maxey and Toby for Spider?
No.
No.
Yeah, nah.
The only Maxey, I'm only including in Durant trade.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man, we love him so much.
Well,
All
I
right.
can see Maxey turning out to be like Mitch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if he was on that team, he'd probably be just as good as
Yeah.
Mitch.
I feel like to wrap this up with the Eagles, do we all just say go Birds like one at a time? I mean, is there any way like who's got the like not
Feeling them, 12 wins, playoffs, go Birds.
12-5,
12
right?
wins.
All right.
So the first time we did this, I faded him, and I'm fully feeling him right
See?
now. So, yeah,
and that's the
just
funniest
way
thing
it
to me
is.
because when we did it, it was after there was like nothing has happened since then.
Yeah, we got
Nothing.
A.J. Brown, right?
No, we did get A.J. Brown.
Oh, did
yeah,
we?
Yep.
Well, that's a
And
big
A.J.
change.
Brown.
Yeah, that's a huge.
That's a
AJ
big
Brown's-
change.
He looks like T.O. right now.
And
He's sweet
the
crazy.
and
I
the
love
two
him.
Georgia dudes, the linebacker.
the
Oh,
lineman
so was
and
it
the linebacker.
pre-draft?
Yeah, it was.
Well, hell yeah. All right. Well, go Birds. Let's go. Yeah, I'm super excited to see how that pans
I just like
out.
the national spotlight they're getting to, or the national.
That's never been good
acclaim.
for us. That's never been good for
But
us.
when the people who know what they're talking about are saying this team's going to be good, then
Okay.
they're going to be.
year
I
the
think they're-
Eagles won the Super Bowl, was anyone saying that? I don't think so. I literally don't think
I
so.
was. Well, I say it every year. I'll say it
Were they
before,
getting any
but-
national acclaim in the preseason? I don't think so.
I don't remember.
We can go
Nah,
back and
not
check.
really.
We can go back and check. And by that, I mean we're definitely not going to go back and
No,
check. but-
nobody's checking.
Yeah, we're not
Not
checking
following
anything.
up.
We don't fact check.
I'm
or
checking
any of that
right
stuff.
now. What are you talking?
All right, check it out. And while you're at it,
back off the street, he's gonna let us know.
while you're at it, check
at
out who the Flyers drafted and get back to us. I feel like that edition of Where You At kind of summarizes the midsummer vibe. Everybody's in a little bit of a malaise, they're not really digging in. I think we have to bring more to it next time.
Well,
It's the
I mean,
sports, man.
three of
Summer
the-
sports.
Three of the
They're
sports,
not- they're
there's
not doing
nothing
anything.
to analyze.
We got the U.S. or the British Open this weekend. That's fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
For
you got a little
It's
golf
not
for
the
us
British
golfers.
Open, it's the Open.
Oh,
The
my
Open
bad.
Championship.
Wait, it's not the British Open anymore?
No,
Or it's never
It's
been.
the Open
The
Championship.
Oh,
Yeah. It's
all right.
The British call it the Open.
And by the way,
I got you.
And this is probably the last chance Tiger has to win at St. Andrews. I don't
Yeah,
think they're back
yeah,
there
yeah.
again for another
The
6
British
years.
You betting on
The
him?
British also call it the Roosevelt Boulevard.
Like top 10? Think top 10?
I mean, I got to toss a couple
shekels.
just to win outright. but
Oh, just to
Tiger.
win outright? That's madness.
we talked about a lot of golf today, man. That was fun.
That's the summer. It's the
That
summer
was fun.
thing. It's the thing
Yeah,
to
you're
do
right.
in the
We
summer.
are
dude.
summer vibing.
Yeah.
And gentlemen, it was nice to be back at home base. Fink, thanks for coming out.
Yeah,
and
man.
Thanks
we'll
for
figure
having
out
me.
whatever the hell
Appreciate
we're
you.
going to talk about next week, and talk to you soon.
Hell yeah.
Great.
We got nothing.
Great hanging
We got
with you
nothing to shout out today. You got no guess?
Nope.
Fink's Hoagies.
Shout out to Lecco.
Shout out to Leco. Shout out to the
man.
guy that
Grab your
passed
hoagies
by.
from Fink's.